What's up, StroStylez, man? It's KhoDaFlame here. I'm about to review your track, Refill. So first off, man, I like this track. It has this really cool, like, summer vibe to it. It's not one of those tracks that, you know, you would play at a party or anything like that. It's one of those that you would just listen to casually in the car, you know, and I think that's what you were attempting to do with this type of track. Now, what's good about it is the beat. I like the beat. It has this repetitive, you know, melody to it, which is good, and it's almost too much, but it's perfect in my, you know, that's what I think. I think it's great. Your vocals on this are amazing, man. You know, oftentimes I have to tell people to do the voiceovers and stuff like that. You know, go in and mask your voice with your voice, but in different pitches and stuff. But you went ahead, you already did it, man. And it sounds good. The ad-libs are on point. It's not too much of them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the quality is good also. The only thing though that you could have done differently, I think you could have made the track shorter. Either take away that first verse or that second verse, you know, just to minimalize it to a point where people want to play it again. You know, these days people don't listen to tracks over like 4 minutes long. They can get a minute into it and then they already doing something else and they want to press skip. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're already somebody big like Bryson Tiller or you know, other people like him basically, then they'll want to listen to the whole track or to the whole album throughout. Oh, like D-Pat, I like him too. You know, he's pretty cool. But you know, so you want to keep it short unless it flows through the whole track, like it has a switch up throughout your track, you know, a change of pace. Then people will want to listen to it for the whole time. But with it being, you know, the same tempo and, you know, the same topic, you want to just shorten it a little bit. But overall, man, it's a good sounding track. I like the video. It doesn't look like, you know, you had a big budget for it, but you know, that's whatever. If you wanted a video for it, you wouldn't got a video for it, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, man, just keep it up, all right? And you sound good, and I'll just keep listening out for some music for you, man. So stay up. What's up, AryDaRugDealer? I think that's how you say it. I'm about to review your track, Snoopy. So, first off, I like this track because it has some kind of like Missy Elliott feel to it. I think, you know, the one she was like, I'm better. You know, that's what it sounds like to me. But I like the track. The only things that kind of take away from the track is the voice quality. Now, it's good, but the static, like the distortion of it, it sounds like too heavy, you know. Your energy on it though is very good. You know, I can feel it, you know, when that bass drop, your voice drop, you know what I mean? That's perfect for a track where you want people to feel energized. You know, you want them to have that energy behind the track, kind of like Missy Elliott does with her track. She make people want to dance, you know what I'm saying? The only thing though, I would have switched up your tone of voice throughout the track. Like, you kept the same tone throughout the track, not mellow tone, but you know, I like to check out the Uzi. You know, you kept that same flow throughout the whole thing, and you know, it's good in a way, but I feel like you could have switched it up a little bit, or at least put someone else on the track to give it a different feel, you know. But overall, it's a good sounding track. I do kind of think that the levels are off a little bit. Maybe just because I'm playing it from my speaker, but you want to play it in your headphones, in the speaker, in the car, on your phone, just so that people can hear, well, not people, you can hear how it sounds on all mediums, like you're listening to it everywhere so that it's perfect no matter who plays it, where they play it. But I definitely would have, taken off that distortion, or at least not have put so much on it. But the beat though is really cool. I like the beat. Like I said, it sounds like Missy Elliott. Which is, my bad, man. Which is good. But I wouldn't recommend this track just because of that reason. But it's not to say that you don't have any other good music. I just heard this one, and that's what I'm going off of. But just keep it up, man. Work on that. Like I said, play it everywhere so you hear how it sounds everywhere before you drop it, not afterwards. Because then if you drop it afterwards and it don't sound right, it's too late. But just keep it up, all right? What's up, Cash? This KhoDaFlame here. I'm about to review your song Vice City, the remix.
Looking for a brighter season. Need to lay
So first off, I like your style, but I do not like this track. And that's not to say that you're not a good artist. I honestly feel like you have a really cool style, Whatever song that was playing in the background, it sounds great, and it fits your voice, it fits, your flow. But the reason why I do not like this track is because, and I can tell you're new to music, and that's fine, it's the audio quality. Whenever you're making music, the most important thing is how good your voice sounds. Now, when you're starting off, you don't have that many resources, so you use things like your phone or an iPod or something like that to record it, and maybe you do have a mic, but it might not be that expensive of a mic, and how you record it is also important, where you record it too, because when you're in a room recording, there's certain things like static and stuff like that, and people can hear that in the track, and you might not be able to hear it because you got on headphones or whatever, but other people can hear it. And also, you gotta recognize that the beat is drowning out your voice. Whenever you're playing your music back, play it on the loudspeaker, play it on the on your phone speaker, put it in the headphones. If it has a consistent, volume levels, and they sound even, then it's good. If it doesn't, you play it on the speaker and it sounds like the beat is way up here and your voice is down here, then you gotta, go in and adjust that. But also that's saying that you need some kind of software, to mix and master your voice. But just figure out what you want to do in music. Whether you want to make a name for yourself, or you're just doing it for self-expression, or you want to make a career, then you got to look into those things to be better. And one piece of advice for you is, I think that you should team up with somebody. People with your style, they like to often stay to themselves, but they don't know that when they stay to themselves, it makes it even harder to reach a broader audience because you have that different style. So just look for someone who you feel like has a similar taste in music or has a similar style to you, and you guys team up, make some good music together. Get your money together to get a good microphone and to get some good software equipment. And trust me, there's plenty ways you can download some if money is a problem, but just do that, okay? I like the track, but I don't like the track because of the audio, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone to listen to just because of that. But that, like I said, that doesn't mean that it's a bad track. So anyways, just be consistent, work on your sound, and keep trying. You'll get there eventually if that's what you want. Alright, stay up. What's up, Aurelio, man? This is KhoDaFlame here. I'm about to review your track, Where You At. So first off, man, I like this track. There's not really anything I can tell you that would have made it better, honestly. It sounds good how it is. The audio on it is perfect. Your tone of voice, meaning your pitch, is great. Your deliverance is fine because, you know, it's not supposed to be some type of hype track or anything, so it sounds good how it is. Your ad-libs are there. What else was it? You know, the beat was smooth and has a cool melody to it. That, you know, some tracks, and it doesn't necessarily sound like a free downloaded track. You know, with some beats that have that type of melody or, you know, that type of feel to it, you can clearly tell they're, you know, freely downloaded, unless they're super, you know, different. But yours, you know, it doesn't sound too much like that. It sounds great. I like the topic, you know, Shawty, where you at? And with saying Shawty, why you looking like a snack, you know, that catches people's attention. That's like, did he just say, am I looking like a snack? You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, people might laugh at it, but that's what gets people to like it, you know. If it makes them feel a certain type of way, whether it was, what is he talking about? Or, you know, I like what he said that, or that's funny. It triggers some kind of emotional feeling in them, and they'll ultimately like the track. And in my opinion, it sounds great. I really like it. I need to hear some more music from you, man, honestly. I'm gonna consider putting this on the playlist also, so just watch out for that. But overall, like I said, you did good. This is a good track, man. I give you props for that. Figure out what you want to do in music, though. You know, if you want to take it seriously, then let me see what your cover art looked like real quick. It was a some kind of city thing, and that's fine. You know, that's good. You invest in your look, which is great. You got the great sound, great mixing and mastering. Overall, man, it's good. Just keep it up. Definitely keep it up. Send me some more music, though. I mean, I want to hear it. You know, it sounds good. So stay up. What's up, Chris, man? Once again, it's KhoDaFlame here, and I'm about to review your track, Weekend. So first off, man, first impression, I actually like this track. And there is that first impression that I didn't like the track also. But overall, I do like it. One thing, you know, the hook is great. You know, I love the summer vibe to it. Like you sent in the message, this is a summer chill vibe. It definitely is, man. It's one of those tracks that, you know, you want to play when you're at the pool or something. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds great. I like Cartier. And who is this other guy? He is Taylor Flex. Yeah, that was a good mix, man. I like that. I like how it switched up at the end to a different kind of beat. The only thing, though, about this track is the audio. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. It sounds good, but what you could have done that, you know, I don't think people pay attention to, you know, in mainstream songs and stuff like that, but they're using almost like a filter. You know, like on your pictures, you put a filter. On their tracks, they put a filter. Well, not literally a filter, but like you get the concept. So on the hook, like you have that, you know, spacious or what kind of sound was that? It's like a, you know, static sound to it, and it works for it. When you do your regular verse, that's when you would do a different one, you know, make it sound a little bit more crisp. You take away the static just so it stands out a little bit more, and it doesn't sound like it's the same thing. I'm not sure if that makes sense to you, but you know, it just stands out. You know, it makes you be able to tell the difference. This is the hook, this is the verse, you know, versus this is the hook and it sounds like it's transitioning into a verse, versus you can hear the clear difference. But that's just something, you know, you might want to experiment with. Even though you don't have it on this track, it still sounds good. I would have also put a higher pitched voice. Like I tell people, sometimes you gotta learn music theory. I didn't go to school for music theory, but I recognize it in music, you know what I mean? In people who sing and stuff like that. If they're having the deep voice, they're gonna go in over and put the high voice, you know, like this, if it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna go smooth and then they're gonna go like that and then come back together. And it's more appealing to the ear, you know, like we can get a life, yeah, yeah, yeah. And the low at the same time, you know. People just like stuff like that. But anyways, man, overall, this is a good track. I would definitely recommend this. I'm gonna consider putting it on the playlist. I need to listen to it a couple more times just for quality and everything like that. But I like this track, man. I can definitely see you're improving on everything. So just keep it up, all right?